Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again here on our little hunting channel. We really appreciate all the likes and the views and love bringing the content to you. So this video is going to be a little different than some of the videos we had in the past. My season, I feel like, merits us all sitting down and just kind of talking out the story as it happens. So here it goes. This year started out for some early success for Jason. He goes in on his second sit and decided he was going to shoot the first mature deer that read the script, and it happened pretty much right away for him. Dan also goes in and sits near where Jason had been hunting and shot his deer, and had a wonderful buck come in that he just unfortunately couldn't get a shot. It was too dark, came right underneath the stand, but had a very good set that day, and those guys were in it right from the beginning. Unfortunately, my year started out with some kind of slow and discouraging sits.
I've sat for about 4 hours here. It's 11:30. Jason was going to go check the Showtime camera we have down this ditch right over here. So he said, just gonna hang, see if you see anything. Probably can't hear anything right now, but they're logging in here all around, which thankfully they didn't get this spot, but they're 400 or 500 yards this way and a couple hundred yards out this way. So I'm gonna get down. Okay, well, that's where he goes. Well, it's November the 4th, Monday. Last day of our hunt. Dan had another run with a nice buck this morning, about 30 yards. Did not get a shot. He would have had a shot through a bunch of limbs and stuff, so he decided not to take it. But he's had a good hunt. Jason shot his buck, nice buck, 8 point, publicly in perfect video. I mean, it's been a good trip. It's publicly for me. I just haven't seen a whole lot.
So with every sit I had seeming to kind of be in the wrong place at the wrong time, I had obviously gotten down on myself a little bit as far as my luck was concerned. So the trip was ending. We had one night left to hunt, and I was actually just going to call it a night and pack up and head down the hill. And Dan was there and kind of talked it out with me and convinced me to go and sit. And boy, am I glad he did. I go in and sitting there, beautiful 10 point comes out, just out of range. Did everything I possibly could to get this deer to come to me, but wasn't having it. About an hour later, another buck that was a shooter comes through. He's making scrapes, walks right through, same exact spot, just out of range. He finally did come into range behind me, but there was absolutely no shot, and it was almost dark at that point. But it was the first sit of the season that actually felt like I was hunting, so kind of got me into the season, got my juices flowing, and would lead to an unbelievable year from that point.
Where they are doing some logging in here, and it just seems like every time I switch up location, go to a different spot, set it, like that seems to be the spot that they picked up, walk around that day. Bad luck, I guess. The camera just a little bit over there and see what shows up. I think got some really good avenues. Kind of open up naturally in here for you to be able to shoot a little bit. So they were gonna come through and do what they did the other day. This will be a very good spot to be. So definitely be back, but
Well, the good sit that I had the night that Dan talked me into hunting, I had gone in and kind of moved the stand and the camera down where those two bucks had gone through, and unfortunately the loggers were back, and just decided I had to kind of change things up, and went over to where all the action had been for Jason and Dan. I picked a spot near where Dan was hunting and took my hang and hunt set, went in, and wouldn't you know it, the main buck that we were hunting decided to make an appearance and give me the opportunity I've been waiting for.
Meh. Meh. I want to be optimistic. I got a bad feeling about that shot. Went right through him, but it was low and it was back. That's one of the bucks I was coming in to shoot. Sitting here, woe is me. I'm looking down, my brand new boot is ripping apart. Just kind of not feeling good. All of a sudden I hear something like, get up. I knew it was a deer. I looked behind me, I saw antlers. And I saw it was the flyer buck. God, he was coming in. I got him to stop like 40 yards. I put it on him and I thought I had it centered, but just back and low. And then he kind of, I knew it went through him. So he went down a little further and I didn't have an opener. I just had to fling one at that point because I knew I hit him. And that just ricocheted off and God knows where. And he didn't even run off. I hate hitting a deer that bad. That's never the intention. I want to make a good shot and that would just be a quick kill. I had a real bad feeling.
I mean, after that happened, you know, we did everything right too. Like, we waited as long as we possibly could have. We waited 16 hours on this deer. Called in the dog, went down, found some blood, you know, followed it down the hill, and he, you know, when he was walking away, you know, it looked like he was hunched up. I knew I hit him back and low, but I knew I hit him, and it just didn't pan out. So I was just distraught. I didn't know what, you know, I've never had that happen to me where I've wounded one and didn't get it, especially a buck like that.
It's so hard to pull yourself back together.
Yeah, I mean, it killed me. And I just kept hunting in that same spot, like not necessarily that same, but in the same location for the next 5 or 6 days, probably, just hoping that, you know, maybe he's still alive, maybe this, and, you know,
Pit in your stomach too the whole time.
So you do that, and I hunt in the exact stand that Jason hunts in, that he shot his deer out of this year. I'm sitting there, you know, I literally wait till dark, until I can get down. The truck's not very far away, so it's dark, get down, walk back to the truck, you know, get in there and literally drive about 500 yards up the road to where I have service. I pull up my, you know, Reveal app there and got all the cameras on. Just happens to be the first camera I check. I look, there he is, 12 yards from the stand that I just got out of. He literally watched me drive out. He's standing there, looked like he was doing just fine, you know, as far as that's concerned. You could see, you know, definitely hit him, but he was acting fine. So at that point, it was more or less like, all right, I got to set the reset button here and just, that deer's going to make it. Where's my best chance to go from here? And unfortunately, the next week was pretty much the lockdown, and it was pretty dismal the whole time. Just every time I sat, I knew my time was ticking away and was getting a little hopeless on the season. So, last chance before I go to work the one day, I go into where I shot my deer the year before, get in there as early as I had the whole season, set up in the stand, set the camera up. I'm literally hanging the last strap of the pack, and I hear a deer go, ba-doom, ba-doom. I knew it. I didn't even have to look at the camera. We had one right down there. Checked it out later. Oh yeah, 125-inch 10-point, walking right to me. See the camera, and then the next picture is he's gone. I was like, well, that's about the way it goes. So, archery season rounded out that way, but if I have many faults, which I definitely do, one of them is not to quit. So I had a couple weeks to gear up and move on to gun season.
Good morning, everyone. It's the first day of gun season here in Pennsylvania. I'm sitting where I shot my deer last year with a bow, and as you can see, I'm hunting with one again. It was kind of a pick between 2 or 3 different locations based on, wind and what I anticipated as far as pressure on the deer. So I picked here just because it is kind of thick in here, and if I'm gonna get a shot with a bow, it's probably gonna be here. And this is the one other spot that I could potentially have the deer that I shot earlier in archery walk in front of me still that I was anticipating hunting today. So those combination of factors settled me in right here, and hope I get lucky.
Well, unfortunately, my first 2, sits during gun season didn't pan out and really produce any results. I didn't have much time left to hunt. The snow had come in pretty hard and just really made it difficult. But I still did have the last 2 days of gun season to get out there, and we did have some action on one of the cameras, one of our favorite spots, so I decided I'm going to go in and sell out here and just let the chips fall where they may.
Well, it's the last day here of gun season in Pennsylvania. It started out really snowy, and the whole season did, and it all melted off. I had 2 real nice bucks. Walked by the camera just over this way when the snow was gone. Came back, but it's stinking cold today. I mean, it was single digits this morning when I got in. But I was in yesterday afternoon and saw quite a few does. A little buck was chasing one of the does, and I saw, I think, one of the big ones. I could see him quite a ways off, and I could see a big beam coming off, so I'm fairly confident it was one of the 2. It's so loud in the woods. I mean, it'd be almost impossible to not hear it coming. So I feel pretty good about that. Just ride it out the rest of the day, and a last day luck. I don't know. last day of gun season. It's 5:15. I've been watching these two does feed in for about the last 40 minutes. And I was watching, and finally I saw movement behind. And I was like, that's gotta be a buck, and sure as heck it was. It was a pretty nice one. The doe came in. She kind of spooked a little bit, and he was kind of looking up at the tree. He was only about 20 yards at that point. He turned and walked out broadside. I pulled back, and I went to get the bow on him, and I was hitting the limb with a bow on the camera arm. But I got him in the sight and made sure that the pin was on him. Shot. Hit him right in the middle of the body. It was back of where I would have liked it to have been. He's on the ground thrashing down there right now. But I think I may have got that on video too. And that'll be a feat. I've been in here since dark. It's the coldest day we've had. It was 9 degrees this morning without wind chill, and sat all day. Just bad luck all season. I saw a nice one. I just turned. I was talking to my dad on the phone. I took the first break all day. Turn around, nice one went running off. Saw another decent one down this way, and then watched those couple does. And that would be really stinking awesome if I just got that done on public land. Last day of gun season on video, maybe, and with my bow. Never give up. Never ever give up.
Later that night when I had gotten home, Dan stopped by and we took a look at the footage. We both agreed that it was more than likely a fatal shot, but it would be best to wait until the next day. We called Jason, made a plan for the morning to meet up and take a ride up and hopefully make a quick track job and put a bow on the end of my archery/gun season.
Mike, we're going to get Mikey's deer in rifle season with a bow. The last hour of the season. Last 10 minutes of the season. He's hopefully got her done. We're gonna go up and get this deer out of the woods.
He ran just down over here, like just where you could, just out of sight.
I can see quite a ways.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good for a gun.
He's just staying.
He came down from this way, and the doe came and freaking ran right down there. She's standing down here looking up. He's right here. I thought he was going to go this way, and then he turned. I'm like, oh crap. And he went that way, and the camera arm got bumped by my bow, which served the purpose of stopping him. And let her fly, but we'll see if we can find that arrow. I don't know. The arrow should be in the ground here somewhere.
Hopefully. Oh, you got to pass her for sure?
Yeah.
You sure you hit him?
Yeah.
It's gonna take a minute, I'm telling you, dude.
No, I'm just kidding. Uh-oh. That's not good.
What?
Coyote tracks, I think.
There's a definitely running deer right here. So you go where you last saw the deer.
See the blood?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, there's some blood right there.
There we go.
See? Good eye.
So if we see the deer first, we'll just let you find it?
Oh, there's tons. He's right here. Look at that bed.
Yeah, so he got up though.
That's what you heard thrashing, you probably fall down the hill.
Well, that's a lot of blood, though.
Yeah, you're on a good side.
He's right there.
Oh, now I see it.
Heck yeah, dude. Good job.
Holy crap, let me get this thing going here. Dang it. Well, the coyote, unfortunately, I think got him, but there he is, dead, right there where I last heard him. I mean, there was no blood. like until
That's a
you get to
good.
here.
That's an older deer.
Yeah,
That's the head on that thing. Heck yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Good PA buck, dude. Public land. Rifle season.
Yeah, baby. I there was no way I was not gonna do it. I saw him coming in. I'm like, holy crap, I'm gonna get a shot, I think, and he's dead right here. This shouldn't be too bad of a drag. The coyotes are gonna make it a little easier on us, I think, which I guess I can thank him for that. But what an end to an odyssey of a season. I'm going to freaking call this deer Homer. But couldn't be more proud. I mean, I got all my buddies here. This is what it's all about. I mean,
Yeah, bud.
It's amazing.
come on.
Good job, dude.
Yes.
It's a nice
I love it, dude.
It's a nice buck, dude. Heck yeah.
All right.
Good job, man.
You guys
Dan,
called
come here for a second.
Where? The camera.
Yeah, cameraman. Get back in there, Michael. I got something for you.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, that's got to be, right?
I would say. There you go, bud.
Do you have it on camera?
It's on. It's recorded.
Oh, man.
Heck yeah.
We found this, or Jason found this one this past spring, just up here. And we're like, I don't know what deer that is. That's a pretty nice one, though. And I'd say that's...
Yep.
I'd say that's him.
Good job, dude.
I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. I can't believe that happened.
That's awesome.
2F.
Or not 2F.
Well, the tough part is pretty much done. There's, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a mile drag. Thankfully, he died on the side of the hill there and didn't go all the way to the bottom. Otherwise, there would have been a dead deer and me too. So we got him on the cart, and from here it's pretty much dragging him out, and we'll see you at the truck, baby. Once again, guys, we really appreciate you taking the time, and hope you enjoyed my season as much as I did. It was a season filled with, you know, the lowest of lows and also the highest of highs, and you know, each year goes by and we say that's a season I'll never forget, but I can assure you that one will stick with me for many years to come. But to have it end the way it did with all the guys, you know, there with me, it was just a wonderful feeling at that point, and look forward to getting it done and getting out there again next year. So thanks again, and One Track Mind.